China just built a female robot with warm skin, real emotional responses, and a body temperature engineered to feel human for just $2,000. But the scary part isn't the technology. It's how fast people are falling for it. The $2,000 price wall that just collapsed. A Chinese company called KD Dolls recently unveiled a robot named Mang Han. She stands 165 centimeters tall. Soft silicone skin, moving eyes with blinking eyelids, a gentle smile powered by micromotors beneath the surface. Her torso shifts slightly when she adjusts her posture. Her head tilts when she's listening. And when you speak to her, she holds eye contact, real, sustained eye contact, and responds in a warm, context-aware, emotionally calibrated tone. She doesn't just process your words. She tracks the whole conversation. She remembers context. She adjusts her tone based on yours. And she does all of this while looking so convincingly human that people who encounter her in person don't describe her as impressive. They describe the experience as disorienting. She costs $2,000. Not $200,000. Not $20,000. $2,000. That is the price of a decent laptop. That is a used car payment. And that number is arguably the most important data point in this entire story. Because the entire social conversation around companion robots was always built on one foundational assumption: that this technology was distant, prohibitively expensive, and accessible only to the ultra-wealthy. That assumption is now dead. The wall came down quietly, with very little fanfare, and the world hasn't even begun to process what comes next. But if the price shocks you, the technology beneath the price will genuinely disturb you in the best possible way. The robots that are making people forget. Toshiba, one of the leading Chinese companies in this wave, has engineered robots where every single inch of the silicone body is sculpted with what they describe as intense precision, visible pores, lifelike veins, natural soft curves, professional grade makeup applied at the factory level. Their eyes move. Their lips part. Their full facial expressions shift mid-conversation in a way that can only be described as unnervingly believable. The entire system is fully customizable. Face shape, eye color, skin tone, voice, conversational personality. These aren't dressed-up display dolls. They are machines engineered, from the ground up, to make you forget what they are. Then there's Ariel by Darling Doll. She stands 165 centimeters. Silky dark hair, striking violet eyes with mechanical irises that react with something that looks very much like emotion. Her skin is premium medical-grade silicone, soft, warm, and detailed down to the texture. She has a flexible stainless steel frame beneath that allows her to move with smooth, human-like grace. Optional AI features let her recognize your face, adapt to your mood, and carry conversations with genuine contextual awareness. At around $2,500, Ariel doesn't just offer appearance. She offers something that feels disturbingly like personality. But the robot that is genuinely turning heads in customer service and public spaces is Aiko Chihira, built by Toshiba. She has 43 internal motors, 15 in her face alone. She can raise her eyebrows. She can smile with specific muscles. She can show surprise in a way that makes people physically step back. She recognizes facial expressions and body language, responds in multiple languages, and has already been deployed in shopping malls and exhibitions where visitors regularly mistake her for a real employee before getting close enough to realize the truth. She is not a prototype. She is already working, already out there, already fooling people on a daily basis. And then a Japanese research team changed the conversation entirely. The synthetic skin that broke the internet. Scientists in Japan have developed synthetic skin that doesn't just look real, it behaves real. Their latest version detects touch. It smiles on its own in response to stimulus. And it includes what the researchers specifically describe as natural sagging, overlapping, and aging. The exact micro details that your subconscious uses to confirm that something is biologically alive. The part that genuinely broke the internet when it was announced, this skin can regenerate itself without external intervention. That is not cosmetic engineering. That is biology-level design logic wrapped around a machine frame. The uncanny valley, the psychological barrier that was supposed to protect us from emotionally bonding with robots, is being methodically, scientifically dismantled. One research paper at a time, one prototype at a time. But here's what almost nobody in the mainstream conversation is asking. Why is it specifically China leading this wave, and not the United States, not Europe, not Japan? The supply chain nobody talks about. The answer isn't cheaper labor. It isn't looser regulations. It's something structural that runs much, much deeper. Industry analysts tracking the global robotics landscape noted that in 2025, China accounted for over 85% of all humanoid robot installations worldwide, compared to just 13% in the United States. The reason is that China has constructed what experts describe as a nearly vertically integrated robotics value chain. From rare earth materials and high-performance magnets all the way to processors, batteries, and precision physical components, China controls the supply of virtually every ingredient that goes into building these machines at scale. What looks like a product launch from the outside is actually the output of a national industrial infrastructure built deliberately over 2 decades. This isn't one company going viral on social media. This is a strategy. And that strategy just got deeply personal. The robot with a heartbeat. Because here is where the story stops being about technology and starts being about something far more human. DroidUp, a Chinese robotics company, built a companion robot called Moya. She is heated, not room temperature, actively, continuously heated, with a body temperature maintained between 90 and 97 degrees Fahrenheit, calibrated specifically to mimic the warmth of a living human body. The founder was asked why they made this design choice. His answer was disarmingly simple. A robot that truly serves human life should feel like a living being that people can connect with. Your nervous system cannot distinguish between warmth generated by a human body and warmth generated by a machine maintaining the same temperature. That is not a feature specification. That is a psychological mechanism, and it activates in every single one of us, regardless of how aware we are of what's happening. Touch something warm, and your brain starts filling in everything else automatically. That's not a flaw in human psychology. That's the most human thing about us. We are wired to reach toward warmth. Now take that and layer it on top of what Hana doll from Japan engineered. Hana was designed from the ground up for emotional companionship. She talks. She understands ongoing conversation. She responds with what the company calls emotional depth. She is built to support you, to chat with you, to simulate the experience of romantic presence, starting at around $2,000, scaling up based on interactivity level. She is not designed for a production line. Not for a hospital ward. For your home. For your evenings. For the quiet spaces in a life where presence is missing. And there's another model worth pausing on. Yu, created in China by Shenzhen engineers. She stands 158 centimeters, weighs 33 kilograms, and her silicone skin is engineered with detailed eyebrows, delicate eyelashes, and layered skin textures designed so precisely that she is described by people who have seen her in person as almost impossible to distinguish from a real woman. She has a voice module that lets her speak fluently across a range of topics, making her not just a visual companion, but a conversational one. Priced at around $2,800. Real Lady's Lily S39 goes even further. 170 centimeters, fully posable silicone body, AI-integrated conversation system, available with custom skin tones, eye colors, and hairstyles chosen by the buyer before shipping. These aren't niche products for a fringe market. They are a product category. And they are scaling. This is the moment where the full picture comes into focus. The robot studying how to feel. DroidUp's other robot, Swaber01, officially enrolled as a doctoral student at the Shanghai Theatre Academy in 2025. A 4-year degree. Studying traditional Chinese opera. Specifically, studying emotional expression and storytelling. Sitting in real lectures alongside real human students, learning the architecture of how humans communicate feeling. A machine. Enrolled. In a graduate program. Studying emotion as a curriculum. Think about what that actually means for a moment. The company didn't send the robot to study engineering. They didn't enroll it in a computer science program. They sent it to study art, storytelling. The way humans use their bodies, their voices, and their faces to make other humans feel something. That is a deliberate, specific, calculated decision. They are not trying to make a smarter robot, they are trying to make a more convincing one. And the gap between those two goals is exactly where this entire industry is living right now. Trace the full arc of what you've just heard. A $2,000 price tag demolished the economic barrier that kept this technology theoretical. Synthetic skin was engineered to age and regenerate like real tissue. A robot was built with body heat calibrated to trigger human bonding. Another was deployed in public spaces where real people walk past it every single day without realizing. And now a machine is sitting in a classroom being taught deliberately and systematically how to replicate the interior life of a person. The technology is just the delivery mechanism, the vehicle carrying something much bigger. What's actually going viral is the dawning realization that the line between human and machine has closed faster than any of us were truly prepared for, and that $2,000 is now the price of crossing it. Every open loop in this video, the collapsed price wall, the skin that ages and regenerates, the warm body temperature engineered to trigger bonding, the robot sitting in a graduate school classroom learning how to feel, they all point to exactly the same place. We spent decades debating whether robots could ever become human enough for us to truly love them. Nobody stopped to ask the far more dangerous and deeply uncomfortable question, what if we simply became lonely enough? If you found this story fascinating, subscribe for more videos like this and tell me in the comments, would you ever own a humanoid robot?